Welcome back. So for today we're going to be making a fan autogele, full fan autogele. So this I have here is half pack of the ashoke. So for the base we're going to be making use of 25 inches. I've already cut this to make it faster. So we're going to be making use of 25 inches. So when you cut it, 25 times 4, that this is 1 2 3 4. So you need 25 inches, 4 pieces for the base. Then you also need, then for the crown, the main fan itself, we're going to be cutting out 60 inches in 3 places. This is 60 inches. I folded it into 2. So this is 1 2 3. We're going to be cutting out 60 in 3 places. So, and you also need your velcro. I have, so this is a velcro. This is a velcro. It makes this noise. So you need velcro. So to start this, we're going to join our pieces together. First step is to join our base. Because I won't be able to show you as I'm joining it in the machine, I would like to mention that if you don't know how to sew, that is not a limitation. If you do not have a sewing machine, that is not a limitation. You can call these malams that walk about with sewing machine, and they can do this sewing for you. All you have to do is to direct them. So but to join this, for those of you that have a sewing machine at home, so to join this, you just place this one on top of this other one. The space should not be much. The space very small, just like the edge on top the edge here. I like joining from the front. So this is it. This is it. Make this. So you're going to place this on top here. Are you seeing this little space here? Here, the edge. That's how you join ashoke. That's how you join ashoke. And then you sew it all through. You sew it all through. You repeat the same thing for the next one, and then the next one. Then you move over to the 60. So I went ahead and have hemmed the edges as well as joined my ashoke. So this is it, as you can see. This is for the base. I've joined and I've hemmed. This is for the crown. I've joined and I've hemmed it. The crown is 3 lines, while the base is 4 lines. 1 2 3 4. The base is 4 lines. So now, after you've joined your ashoke, the next thing we're going to do is to create our pleats. So the first step is to fold the edge here. So we're going to fold the edge like this, about 1 inch. We'll fold the edge, and then we're going to sew close to the edge here. We're going to sew close to the edge here. We'll sew it and we'll sew till the end. But for now, I'm going to use my pins. I'm going to use my pins to hold it. So where my pin is where you will sew. So where my pin is where you sew. So after sewing, we start creating our pleats. So when you're done sewing, we'll start creating our pleats. So on our base, we're going to create 5 pleats. We're not creating more than that, but if you choose, you can create 6, but 6 should be the highest you should create, otherwise it's not going to look natural. So this is our first pleat. We want to make our second pleat. So to make our second pleat, your thumb should be on top the fabric, the ashoke, while your other 4 fingers should be under like this. Then you pull the ashoke forward like this to create the first pleat. So are you seeing? You pull it forward and then you arrange it. You pull it forward and you arrange it, and then fold it, press it, make sure your line is straight. Press it, make sure your line is straight. Make sure your line is straight. So this is our second pleat. Ordinarily I would have taken this to the sewing machine, but my sewing machine, it got spoiled yesterday, so I would have to use this aboki to sew this. So we've made our second pleat. Now to add to before we can continue, you will sew about 1/2 inch. This is our tape. This is what we call 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch, for instance, from this one, from this place here to this place, that is 1/2 inch. From here, from this one here to this place, that is 1/2 inch. So if we're sewing about 1/2 inch here, are you seeing this? So to sew about 1/2 inch, this is where we'll be sewing it. Here, about here. Are you seeing? So you're going to sew it all the way down. You sew it all the way down. From here, you sew it down. Here, sew it down. So I'm going to hold my pleat. You can even use this method. You can make all your pleats and then start sewing it one by one. You can start sewing them one by one. You open one, you sew, you open one, you sew till you're done. However way you like it. So we're going to repeat our pleats till we get 5. So this is 2 already. 1, 2. So another way to make our pleats, you use your hand here and pull the material, pull the ashoke forward, pull your ashoke forward. That this is also another way of making it. Are you seeing? So by the time you've sewn under here, this second one is going to cover up where you stitched. It's going to cover up where you stitched. So you will repeat this again. We'll use our pin to hold it. We'll use our pin to hold. We'll use our pin to hold. So that's 3 pleats. So I'm going to finish up and make 5 pleats, and then I'll look for a tailor who can stitch this for me, and then we'll proceed from there. So having finished making our pleat, so this is what I was telling you. Are you seeing? So this one now will cover the next one. So now we're going to attach our velcro. Attaching our velcro now is the next thing, and to do that, we first of all fold our head, our base here. If you notice, when you finish sewing, the ends are not going to be equal. Don't bother about that. All you need to concern yourself with is this first the first would I call it step, this first pleat rather. So you just make sure this first pleat is equal, the first 2 pleats are equal, then you fold, press it, let it be equal. Then you use your measuring tape and your chalk. You first of all mark the middle point. Mark the middle here, this middle, mark it with chalk. After marking it with chalk, you use your measuring tape and measure 9.5 inches. You measure 9.5 inches from this middle point here. This is it. So this is 9.5 inches. We'll mark it here. Now if you notice, the chalk also touched the bottom place, so this mark now will elongate it here. This is where we're going to place one of the velcro here and place another one on top. Now to explain further, anyone, doesn't really matter where you put which, you can place it any way you want it. So the smoother side, we are going to place it on top here. We'll place it on top. Make sure it doesn't pass this mark you marked here. So when you place it here, you're going to sew all around here, round here, sew here, sew it all the way down. Then for this other velcro, you're going to attach it here. You attach it here and sew it all the way round. Sew it all the way around here. So by the time we finish attaching it, when you now place it, it will not look like this. It will not look like this on the head when you wear it. Are you seeing? So let me go and sew this, and then we'll proceed. So after we are done fixing our velcro, so this is what I was trying to explain. You can now, after fixing it, this is how it will now look. It will not look like this. So now we're going to attach our crown to our base. And to do this, the first thing we'll have to do is to fold here. This is towards my left hand side, depending on where you want the fan to start from. The fan is going to come from this direction, from my left hand direction to the other way. So I'm going to fold first from the left side. If you want the fan to start from the right side, you will fold this right side. So I'm starting mine from the left hand side. So I am going to fold this left side just like how we do when we want to make our first pleat. Our first pleat for the base. After you fold it, you don't need to fold it all the way through, just fold a reasonable number. After you've done that, then we are going to take our measuring tape and measure 5 inches out. This is it. We're going to measure 5 inches from the left hand side. This is 5 inches. So we're going to measure out 5 inches from here. So like I said earlier, you just measure your 5 inches and mark it. You mark it with chalk here. So now you bring your base. This is our base. This is our base. This is our base. This is the beginning of our Velcro. So these 5 inches now that we marked, these 5 inches we marked, we are going to place it here. Here. We are going to place it here. This beginning side here of the Velcro. We'll place it on top there. Then we'll use pin to hold it. We'll use pin to hold it. Now for the remaining length of the crown, we're going to sew it in a curved like fashion. We'll sew it curved like and end it at this middle point we marked. This is the essence of this middle point that we marked here. This is why we marked it here. So are you seeing how it's placed? So we're going to curve it. We're going to curve it. You can use your pin to hold it as you're going. We're going to curve it. Don't just sew it in this. Don't just sew it straight. It needs to be curved so that at least it will look real. So are you seeing? Are you seeing? So let's pin this middle base here. Let's pin this one here too, so it won't shift. So as you can see, it's not just straight, it's curved. It is curved. So when you're sewing now, you're going to sew just like how you sew the pleats, at least half inch. Half inch. You sew it from here. You sew it from here. You sew it curved, sew it curved, sew it till you get to this point we marked. Then we can now begin to tie our fan. So after sewing it, it is how it's going to look. As you can see, I sewed it in a curved manner. So you place it on your doll baby. That I've used this thing. Stand. This is a bit dark.
Clean boy.
See you laughing.
Everybody laughing with everybody.
Oh, yes, yes, certainly.
Camera. What is that?
So we're going to begin our tacking of our Fan Autogele. So to start with, we're going to start with this fan area, you arrange your pleats. Make sure you arrange your pleats to the beginning of this velcro, or almost to the beginning here. So we're going to arrange our pleats. We're going to arrange our pleats here. We're not going to tack it all the way to this place, so we'll just pick maybe we'll pick a few of them here. Pass our needle from under. Pass our needle from under. Pass our needle from under. And pass our needle from under. And then we'll pull. So as you're doing it, just be making sure you're arranging it so it won't scatter. So yes, we're going to pass our needle here again. Pass it down. Pick. Now you're making sure you're getting all the pleats. And then we'll pull. So next we'll pass our needle still. Pass our needle through the pleats. As you're passing it, be arranging your pleats. As you're passing, be arranging your pleats. Arranging your pleats. Then pass this here. And pass this here. To be very careful so that your pleats won't scatter. So pass it back down, all the way down again. I'm passing it all the way down again. Pull it too tight. So we're going to tack a few more times before we can now be picking your pleats one by one. We're picking it one by one. Picking it one by one. So I'm going to move in again. Going to move in again. Continue to arrange your pleats. Continue to arrange them. We'll pass in again. We'll pass in. Okay. Then pick all the pleats again. As you're doing this, you're arranging your pleats. So we're going to stop here. Don't pick the pleats up to the fan, it's going to scatter the fan. So continue arranging. We'll pass it down. Pass it down. And then we'll tie it off now. We'll tie it off. So we'll just create a knot. Any way you know how to create knots, just to secure your thread, you do it that way. You create a knot and push it. Double secure the knot. Secure the knot 2 times. And then we'll cut our thread. Cut our thread. So after sewing this edge, we are now going to move to the middle part. So we're going to move to this middle part now. This side, as you can see, is not attached. So in this middle part, we are not going to pick up to the end. We're just going to pick like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or 6. That's all we are going to pleat. We're going to tack. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's all we're going to. Okay, let's make it 7. That's all we're going to tack, so that we will not scatter our pleats. We will not scatter our pleats. Let's tack here too. We will not scatter our pleats. So we're going to move down. Going to move it down again. Move it down. We will not scatter our pleats. Try and make it as not to be too tight. Try and make sure it's not too tight. Make sure it's not too tight, but at the same time it's still holding. So we're going to pass our needle up again, here, here, here. I'm going to stop here and pull again. Make sure it's not too tight. Then we're going to pass our needle down and then we'll knot it. So we are done tacking this middle area. So you create knots anyhow you know how to create a knot. This is how I do mine. You pass your needle to the material, create 2 loops, hold it and pull it down, and you do it again just to secure it very well, and then pull it again. So we're done tacking this middle part. So now the next and the last place we're going to tack is going to be the pleats by this area. That's the last place we're going to tack before we now attach our hand to our Fan Autogele. So to do that, we're going to pass our needle through our fabric, pick our pleats one by one. Don't pick all the pleats, just pick some. Don't pick all the pleats so that you will not scatter the fan. Then we'll put our needle back under it. Make sure it's not too tight. Just make sure it's enough to make sure it's not too tight. So we'll pass our needle back up again, up again. So we're going to pass our needle again to the end, and then we'll pass it for the last time, after which we're done tacking. I'm going to pass it, but make sure it's loose so that it won't be compressed. Pass it here. So now we're going to pass it down for the last time and then tack. So we are done tacking our Fan Autogele. So now we're going to tack it. Going to tack it. So that's it, guys. This is our Fan Autogele. So we are now going to attach the hand. We're going to attach the straps. So for our hand, I thought I was recording, I'm so sorry, but apparently it wasn't recording. So what I did was I used my ashoke, I measured the circumference of the arm, I marked it, and then I cut it diagonally, I cut it slantwise. So now to attach this hand, you need to have your threaded needle. You need to thread your needle. Sorry. Okay. So thread your needle and tie it off. I'm just doing that now. Off the can. Okay. Make sure you have your needle threaded and kept aside. Don't be like me. So we'll wrap our, this is our, make sure it's facing towards the back. So while placing our one end here on top, this where this thread is, that's where you're going to place it. See, we're going to start placing it. Then we'll turn this other one and place it on top, and then you start sewing. You start sewing. You start sewing it. Try and make the sewing tight and neat, so that it won't look rough when we turn it over. So we're done tying. We're going to knot. We're done tacking now. We're going to knot our thread. We'll knot our thread. After knotting your thread, don't cut it off. You'll still need it for the tacking process. So now the next thing is to cut off this excess ashoke. So this is it. We've cut it off. We'll pull it down. We'll do the same thing for the other side. I've already tacked this off the camera, so cut it off, push it, pull it. So now we're going to continue our tacking. This is the reason why I asked you not to cut off your thread. So we're going to pass it through here. We'll pass it through. So because of this material ashoke left here, machine cannot pass through this thickness. So we're going to use our needle and thread and sew it up to here. Then we'll use our sewing machine to continue our tacking. But before then, you fold the edge in. You fold the edge in, fold here, then fold this to overlap. You can use pin to hold this if you want, so that you know what you're doing. You know where you're going. So as we've passed our needle through, so we're going to tack this thick place here. I'm going to tack this thick place here because our sewing machine cannot sew this area. Just give it neat stitches. Continue to give it neat stitches. So this, as we've gotten to this place now, our sewing machine can sew this. So I'm going to take this to the sewing machine and sew it, and then I'll show you the finished product. So we take our first pleat. You're going to be picking it slantwise and then go gently. You're going to be picking it slantwise. Go gently. Slantwise. You're going to be picking it slantwise. Picking it slantwise. So now we'll be moving our hand. Always remember to move your hand as you're going. As you're going, be moving your hand. As you're going, be moving your hand. As you're going, be moving your hand. And dragging your pleats as you're going. You're dragging your pleats as you're going. You're taking it gently. Come this way. Taking it gently. Taking it gently. Taking it gently. Continue going slantwise till you get to the end. Till you get to the end. And when you get, come to the back. You stand up. Stand up. Stand up. And sit down. So when you get to the end, you arrange your pleat. You pick your pleats. Make sure it's tight. Arrange your pleats. Arrange them to the back. Arrange them. Then we go back. We go back and arrange the front. Come back. We go back and arrange the front. Come back. So are you seeing how neat the back is? You're seeing how neat the back is. Come back from the front. So this method now, for this, you can make this longer, you can make it bigger, you can make it smaller. Like for this now, this is the small one. This is the small one we're doing. So come back to that. So now the next thing we're going to do now is to tack. We're going to tack this. We're going to tack this here. We're going to tack this here. So now with our needle, and this is our needle and thread, we are going to tack this place. We're going to tack our pleat. So make sure you arrange it well. Make sure you arrange it very well. So this is where we're going to tack it. So we're putting this in. And tacking it. And tuck it, and then take it the other way around. Just stand up. Use your hand. Use the southern hand. Put here, yes. No, you can leave it. Leave it. So, so we are tacking it. Tacking it. So now we're going to tie it off and then head over to the other side. The highest form of influence is life-changing influence. Here you touch life. In fact, in that book, I made a remark. I said the hallmark of influence is not just to make a living, but to make life count. And that is what life is all about. Because we live in a society and a dispensation where men are egocentric. All they know is just about themselves. But we need to live beyond ourselves because the generation after us, we have to leave a legacy behind. So there is a need for us to move beyond ourselves and to begin to make. We're going to cut our. That is the essence of life. We're going to cut our thread off and then head over to the other side. So you ask your model to just hold here. Just hold here. So let's move over to this other side to take care of it. Come. Don't press. Just hold that side. So you must scatter your plates. Be careful when you're tacking so you don't scatter your plates. You have to be very careful so you don't scatter it before. So you don't scatter it before we tack. Then we end up spoiling all the good work. Did you stay here? Stay. Okay, let's leave it, leave it. So let's face with this side. We also have leave this. So we're going to arrange here. We're going to arrange here to the back. Excellent spirit, because over the years we discovered that he's a man that pursues excellence and a few others. Where and when is this coming from? So we're going to follow our cleats to the back. We're going to arrange it here. Make sure it's arranged. Make sure it is arranged to the back. Yeah. Here is okay. Make sure it is arranged. So now we're going to tack as we did the other side. We are going to tack the same way we did this area. So I'm going to tack. Going to tack. Tack. Take it the other way. Tack. Take it the other way. And tack. So we're going to tie off. Tie this off. And cut our thread. So the next thing now will be to cut. We will cut this excess material. But first, let's fold this out of the way. Let's fold this out of the way. Pin it. So now, come forward. Come. So you arrange your scarf. You arrange it. Be sure it's not scattered. So we're going to cut our scarf from here. So this one, we're going to do the same thing. Going to do the same thing then we're going to tie. Yeah, as you're tying, be careful so you won't scatter your pleats. As you're tying, be careful so you won't scatter your pleats. Careful so you won't scatter your pleats, because we haven't tapped them yet. Yes, as you can see here, pleats wanted to scatter, so you have to be very careful. Very careful. So we'll just use pin now to pin this. So guys, this is our full fan tied. This is how to tie our full fan Autogele. This is how to tie our full fan Autogele. So now we're going to go into the tacking. Okay, so after you have done attached your upper crown and to the base, so now we're going to use our model's head to tie it. So I tried using my doll baby, but it was quite difficult, so you have to use somebody to tie it. So you place it on your model's head. Be mindful of the center. Then you put it to the back, the velcro. Put it to the back. So now you put your hand under here, this middle part. Come this way. This middle part. So now the next thing we're going to do now, you pick it slantwise. You pick one, then she will hold, you pull it, still remaining at that side, that middle. We'll pick another slantwise. Wait, and then she will hold it, you pull it, we'll pick another slantwise. Just take it easy, take it gently, don't be in a hurry. If you make mistake, you start all over. You pick again. Make sure your hand is tight. Yes. You pick again. Listen. So we'll pick another one, slant. This is how we'll continue picking slantwise. Now we're going to move our hand forward a bit. We'll pick. Are you seeing our fan has started for me? We'll move our hand a bit. We'll pick it. Be moving gently, moving the pleat as you're going. Moving the pleat as you're going. Moving your pleats. To use Autogele now to tie this fan. It's the same measurements. Everything you use for the other one, you do for this. Exactly the same measurement, the same way. But I'm going to make this Autogele bigger fan autogele, while the other one was smaller fan. It all depends on how you start splitting the fan. That's all that determines the size, how you start splitting the fan. So for this one, for this longer one, you are just going to go direct. Okay, no, come this way. So we're just going to go direct and we'll start splitting. Place your hand to make it bigger. The same method, exactly the same thing. I just hold that. Exactly the same method, just that now we're going to make our fan. We're going to make our fan bigger. We're going to make our fan bigger here. So you're moving, as you're going, you're moving. Don't forget, as you're going, you're moving your hand. As you're going, you're moving your hand. You take here small, you take this side big. You're going, you're moving your hand. You're going, you're moving your hand. So now from this side, now we're going to take here small and here big as we're going down. We're going to take here small and here big as we're going down. Then I'll be arranging it. Be arranging your pleats. Arranging your pleats. Arranging your pleats. You need to take care big and here small. Take care big. Continue like that as you're going to the back. Continue going to the back. Like that. So let us arrange it. Let us arrange our plates. So you can see this is bigger than the other one we did. You can still make it as high as possible. It all depends on how you slant your hand.